Yo, we are back, and today I'm giving you guys my Luka Doncic build in NBA 2K25. This is going to be a 6'7" high-strength guard. This build is pretty well-rounded, and I think it plays exactly like Luka. I've been dropping a ton of these NBA player builds, and there's still 99% of you watching these videos not subscribed, so real quick before we get started, drop a like, drop a sub, turn the notifications on, and without further ado, let's get right into this Luka build. Alright, and getting right into the physical stats, we are going to go with a point guard, 6'7", 210 pounds with a 6'11" wingspan. I went with this weight specifically because I wanted to be able to get 84 strength as well as get an 80 rebound on this build. And I also wanted to keep the wingspan at this so that we're able to unlock a 92 mid-range. This is going to be vital for this build. You're going to see why here in a minute. And then obviously the height at 6'7" is how tall Luka is in real life. The weight and wingspan might not match perfectly, but we still have to make this build playable in 2K. So that's what we're going to go with. Let's get into the finishing stats. Alright, for the finishing on this build, we are going to go with an 80 close shot, 90 driving layup, which is the highest I've put on any of my builds this year, I'm pretty sure, and a 73 driving dunk, along with a 77 post control. This is going to help us get badges like Gold Float Game, Silver Hook Specialist, Bronze Paint Prodigy, Gold Physical Finisher, which is an amazing finishing badge this year, Bronze Aerial Wizard, and Silver Layup Mixmaster, so we're able to make more layups. Again, I've said it in all my videos, but if you do not have real player percentage layups on yet, make sure you're turning that on. 73 driving dunk, I went with this specifically to get Bronze Posterizer, and it's also going to unlock us a ton of different dunk animations. There's some pretty cheesy dunks at lower ratings this year, so let me know if you guys need a video on the best dunk packages, because I've been labbing some up and I can definitely drop a video on that if you need it. 73 though kind of fits how Luka is in real life. Like, he can dunk. He doesn't dunk that often, but he definitely can. The 90 layup though definitely shows how good he is at floaters and like close shots, stuff like that. And then 77 post control. It's going to help towards our silver unpluckable. It's going to give us some of the post badges like Silver Hook Specialist, Silver Post Fade Phenom, Silver Post Powerhouse, and Silver Post Up Poet. Every once in a while, you'll see Luka post up in the mid-range. And we wanted to give him the stats to be able to work in the mid-range like he does in real life. So I think it fits really well. Overall, some very solid finishing on this build. Let's check out the shooting. Alright, and for the shooting on this build, we are going with an 87 mid-range and an 84 three-point shot, along with a 69 free throw. And I know earlier I said we wanted to be able to make sure to unlock that 92 mid-range, but I do have cap breakers unlocked. I did hit starter 3, about to hit starter 4. So this build is very good with the 87 mid-range still. We're going to get Silver Deadeye, Silver Set Shot Specialist, Silver Shifty Shooter, and Silver Post Fade Phenom, starting with this 87. But throwing my cap breakers on there does make all of those shooting badges gold. It's definitely not necessary, so if you're not starter 3, 87 will still get the job done with the silver shooting badges. You don't need to worry about that. You can definitely still make it this way. I'm just letting you know I will be putting my +5 onto mid-range, get that to a 92, and make the shooting even better on this build. Not to mention the 84-3 also gets us bronze limitless range, so you're going to be able to shoot from deep on this build. Even having it on bronze increases the green window quite a bit this year. You just have to learn your timing. And if you didn't know, it isn't the same timing, it's just a little bit faster, so make sure you're watching your visual cue, and you're going to be able to knock down from deep consistently as long as you know your shot. 69 free throw, this is one of those areas I wish I could have put it a little bit higher to represent Luka in real life. He shoots a ton of free throws, makes a ton of free throws, but the attributes on this build were kind of tight. I was trying to stretch to make it as close to Luka as I could in real life while still making it good. And we're going to be able to knock down pretty consistently with a 69. Just put Michael Jordan free throw on and learn the timing. You'll be making them very consistently. And then getting into the playmaking here, we are going to go with an 82 pass accuracy, 86 ball handle, and an 80 speed with ball. I don't think anybody can argue that Luka has handles like Kyrie. I think 86 ball handle is a very fair rating for him. As well as the 80 speed with ball, we are going to get good dribble styles with this 80. I wanted to make sure we unlocked Devin Booker dribble style, which is unlocked at the 80. It's very good for these taller guards. And we do get silver lightning launch on this build, which I will use my max +1 to make gold. We're going to be gold lightning launch on a 6'7", extremely fast. The 86 ball handle is going to unlock all the necessary dribble moves we need, and it's going to get us silver ankle assassin, silver handles for days, Hall of Fame strong handle. You guys will see later on we have the strength to get Hall of Fame on strong handle, which is very, very good this year. It gives you some crazy push-off animations, blow-by animations. It's definitely a benefit of making these bigger, stronger builds, but it's also going to contribute towards our silver unpluckable, so we're not getting ripped by lockdowns consistently. And then 82 pass accuracy is going to be higher than you've seen me put on a lot of my builds this year, but I did want to represent Luka. He gets a ton of assists, and this gets us the gold dimer, so we're going to be able to dot up our teammates, get a ton of assists on this build, silver break starter, and bronze versatile visionary. I think these playmaking stats perfectly represent Luka, and they're still good enough to be viable in the game. That's going to do it for playmaking though. Let's check out the defense. All right, on to the defense, and this might not look like much, but let's be honest, Luka is a cone on defense. He's not getting any stops. So these stats are honestly generous. We're giving him a 59 interior, 72 perimeter, 73 steal, and a 44 block on this build. He doesn't get stops in real life, but we wanted to be able to get stops on this build. Otherwise, it's just going to be a liability. We are able to get bronze challenger, silver immovable enforcer, and silver off-ball pest with this perimeter defense, as well as bronze glove and silver interceptor, which you guys know how good silver interceptor is this year. And I might be downplaying the defense a little bit. We are 6'7" with a decent wingspan. As long as you guys know how to play and know where to be, you're going to get stops. Play hands up in the paint, have some IQ, you're going to get more stops than these ratings show. And bronze and silver badges this year are still really effective, so having these badges that we do have on bronze and silver will get you more stops than not having them at all. Not only defensive stats though, we do end up getting an 80 defensive rebound on this build, which will give us silver rebound chasers, silver box out beast, and bronze pogo stick. Luka's getting a ton of triple doubles in real life. I wanted to represent that in the game, and the 80 rebound is a very good spot. It's honestly the sweet spot for a lot of these builds because last year you needed an 85, and being able to get that for a little bit cheaper. Silver's a good rebounding badge, and I honestly could use my max +1 on this too to get it to gold if we wanted to. I'm telling you right now, this build is going to get a ton of triple doubles. It can score, it can play make, and it can grab rebounds. And even if it might not seem like much, it will be getting stops, trust me. This is not the end though. Let's get on to the physical attributes. They're kind of crazy on this build. Getting to the physicals, as you can see, we get an 80 speed, 78 agility, 84 strength, and a 65 vertical on this Luka build. Again, like I said with the playmaking, I don't think anybody's going to argue that Luka's fast. He definitely has his own play style, and it's not a quick one. I didn't want to go super high on agility because, like I said, we're not going super invested into those defensive stats, but I did want to have it high enough to be able to get our shooting badges because it is tied to stuff like shifty shooter. 84 strength is the important piece of these physical attributes. That's going to contribute towards our strong handle, and that's really what's going to make us play more like Luka. 65 vertical, just put it enough to get that bronze posterizer, unlock a few more of those dunk animations. Nothing crazy at all, but it is good to hit those thresholds. These physical attributes are also going to unlock a ton of different badges. I'm not going to re-go through and name them all. I've already talked to you about them in the other categories. But from everything you've seen so far, you can definitely tell this is like a four-way build. We're going to be getting a ton of triple doubles like I mentioned in the defense. I will say though, this definitely is not the most comp kind of build. So if you're looking for something that's really meta or like you're trying to play stage a lot, this probably is not the build for you. But if you want to have fun, if you want to play like Luka and make one of these NBA representation builds like I've been making a lot, this is definitely a fun one. Taller, strong guard. And we also end up getting a really cool build name on this one, so let's check that out now. And for our build name, we are going to be a balanced offensive point. I haven't seen this build name yet this year. Honestly, pretty cool, and I can't complain considering we're getting two-way, three-level something in every other build. I'm definitely sick of seeing that, and I love having a unique build. That's going to do it for this one, but I also have been dropping a ton of different build videos. I have comp build videos, I have centers, I have point guards, anything you could possibly be looking for. And I also have a ton of other NBA representation builds, so if you're interested in that, make sure you're checking those out. Like I said in the intro, 99% of you are not subscribed, so drop a like, drop a sub on your way out. I appreciate you watching all the way to the end, and I will catch you in the next one.